as anyone knows, we're a nice, normal family.
Hey, Bart, last one in the fountain's a rotten egg.
Go!
No, you'll do it. Do it, or I'll fry your fat.
I had no idea she was this good.
Wow, everything he touches turns to gold. He co-created two of the most successful shows in the 70s, both winning multiple Emmys. He then went on to direct 6 films and develop the longest-running scripted series on television. So to talk to us all about his iconic career, James L. Brooks.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, I am so.
Well, I just want.
Go ahead. What were you going to say?
I just want to help Chuck and Nancy with the healing part of their relationship. That's what I'm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, of course.
Do you talk to him about sex?
We talk about everything. We started a tradition where we'd go to lunch, starting with Taxi, and every single year, between 2 and 20 times, we have lunch together. We have been through marriages, divorces, births, deaths, and that's just me. And we have been through so many things together. He is the most brilliant human being I've ever met in my entire life. He's a great father. He and his special woman, Jennifer Simkowitz, check out Keepster. It's incredible. And he is just, there's nothing that I can't say about this man that doesn't make me cry, because I love you so much. And I just feel like I'm so lucky to share you with this panel who are also fans.
Wow.
I love you, Jim. And we're going to talk about Taxi, of course. You know, I mean, come on, that's our.
Okay, I hope Taxi was. It looks like it's that way for you guys with what you're doing, and I hope it is. It was the greatest time any of us ever had, and we knew at the time we were having the greatest time.
We did. Yeah. We had a party every single Friday night. They were legendary, and you know, for 5 years. And we still, because of all the Zooms we've done, we're doing another one later in October, and we always like celebrate everything. And it's just a very great, close group, for sure.
You were talking about legendary, Marilu, and thank you for getting Jim on here. Jim, it's an honor. The cast of Taxi was pretty legendary, but what were those auditions like back in the day? Maybe specifically Marilu's. Do you remember those auditions?
Put something in Louis' coffee. What was that?
It was either a tranquilizer or a chiclet.
Jim, that's stupid.
Yeah, do you remember those auditions, Jim?
The audition. Well, Danny DeVito had the best and shortest successful audition in the world, because he walked into our office and he said, "Which of you guys wrote this shit?"
I like it. Hey, but
and he had the part immediately.
Yeah, and
That's
he was
risky.
down to his last, like, unemployment check and his last clean shirt.
Well, he was a hairstylist, right?
Yeah, well, he did that. He was also an actor,
Right.
But yeah, he had his.
That's
hair.
how I nailed this audition.
it wasn't far off.
It was pretty close.
Yeah, it wasn't far
The
off.
last episode, because I know we're going to talk about the Mary Tyler Moore Show, is one of the most watched series finales of all time. So tell us about the set that day.
Oh, the pressure was insane. You know, we had a live audience, and then we had written the script, and Mary was the best person to work for and with in the world. She owned the place, and she gave us everything we needed to run the show, and she never complained about anything until the last show, when we did a goodbye for everybody and we'd forgotten her, and she made the only trip ever to our office to let us know about that.
What did you do after the show? After that show ended, didn't you?
Well, we had called our own ending. There was a room where we said when we were on the air for 5 years, they said let's get out when we're on top. After 6, and I said 7, which is the best one-word sentence I ever said in my life. And we went 7 years, and it was very emotional. And I made up my mind that one of the things I wanted to do was be as authentic as I could with everybody, and not do any New Year's Eve soliloquies or anything. And I did, and I remember I couldn't go home after that final party, And we went to a hotel because I just couldn't have that kind of conclusion.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, The Simpsons has been incredible for so many years, but you're also very psychic because there are so many things that you guys predicted, because people don't realize The Simpsons, especially when it first started, took like 6 months to put on the air, right? 3 to 6 months. So did you, and I know it all came from you. I know you.
And
so
are
you
from the
psychic you
future?
are. Yes.
Well, no, that's not true at all. There's a group of us, and it's amazing how many people who were there early are still with the show, because we always have new blood added. But it came in after 6 months. There's no way I can render this properly. We all gather in a room to see what we did, and all the Simpsons were drawn off model, so they were grotesque. And we didn't know until we saw the next show, which was going to be 3 weeks later, whether they were all like that. And that was like the worst period of my life.
Well, it worked out. Yeah. Still currently working out.
Yes.
Well, stick around because James is not leaving us quite yet. When we come back, we are talking to him about, working with a little-known actor named Jack Nicholson. Stay with us. Welcome back. So we've been speaking with the legendary James L. Brooks about his television success. He joins us live to continue the conversation about his absolute iconic career.
Absolutely. And James, the first film, which is amazing, the first film you directed was Terms of Endearment. And you're working with Jack Nicholson. I have to know, what was he like on that set?
He was great. He used to come up to me every day, because it was the first time I'd done it, and then he'd say, "You want to know the worst direction you gave today? You want to know the best direction you gave?"
That's cute.
Yeah. And you appreciate that kind of feedback.
Maybe.
Oh yeah. No, and we've worked together since, and it's a privilege. I mean, he's the greatest actor of my lifetime. And
what a compliment.
There was if there are any actors in your audience, he said one great thing about acting, because I asked him once, what do you do when the other actor is bad in a scene? How do you handle that? And he said the other actor is always perfect, and it's the best note I ever heard about acting.
Wow. Oh, God, I did a scene opposite somebody I hated so much. I was so glad I got to kill her. And I couldn't wait to kill her. So I guess I didn't learn. I should have talked to you about that one.
I don't think that's exactly what he meant.
So honest.
Yikes. I love these little behind-the-scenes tips. I love that. So Broadcast News has one of the most painful-to-watch scenes in a movie. It's Aaron's on-air sweat scene. Yep. I think we're going to roll a little bit, but you could talk behind this. What inspired this scene?
We saw a guy, Albert, we were wondering what happened to him in the scene. And Albert saw a guy and called me one day and said, "Turn on CNN." And there was a guy sweating.
So that's where it came from.
That's the motivation.
Like a real thing.
Yeah.
I hope he gets some royalties from that.
One of the guy's worst time of his life. So let's throw it in a movie.
Okay, James, you've been in the industry for many, many years. All of your projects, like I said in the very beginning, it feels like everything you touch turns to gold. What do you hope people remember you for?
Oh, man. Not wanting to be remembered.
Hardly.
Impossible.
Impossible. That, really.
I mean, it makes sense, though, because you've touched everything, and you could be the most famous dude on the planet, but yet he's very chill.
And you should see him with his kids and his grandchildren. He's unbelievable. Everybody loves him. Everybody.
Well, I want to circle back to something you said earlier, because that meant so much to me, and I think all of us, just the idea that you likened what we're doing here at DBL to the chemistry that you saw on the set with Taxi. What advice would you have for us? We're in season 6. We've obviously become a family.
Well, you just said it. I mean, the big advice is to appreciate it and say it while you're having it.
Yeah. It's true. Throw a party once in a while, too. That always helps.
Oh, Erica's the queen.
I got y'all party. Okay? Say no more. Yes, absolutely.
We have a few seconds left. If there's anything you'd like to say
I love you so much. I'll see you soon. We have a lunch booked and another Zoom booked, and I so appreciate that you did this, and I get to share you with these incredible people. So thank you.
Good to see you, honey. And you guys look great. You guys look good.
Oh,
well, thank you.
Coming from James.
Man.
Anytime.
Wow.
It has been an absolute honor to speak with you. Thank you, Marilu. We appreciate it. Thank you for joining us, and we'll be right back.
Thank you for your talent,
Thank you.
sir.
Bye.
Take care. Be well. Thanks a lot.